What's good? What's good? What's good? You're now tuned into a new episode of the Great Minds Think Alike live stream, brought to you by GMTA Media, your trusted source for hip hop, sports, and entertainment. And is always hosted by Nove and my brother Orlito. What's the good word, my brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing today on this beautiful Thursday? Very humid Puerto Rico, Florida, feeling like a Thursday. It felt like that yesterday too.
Well, actually, I would say like today was more acceptable, I guess, or what's the
Yeah,
word? Tolerable, tolerable. There you go.
tolerable. There you go. Yeah, yeah.
Yesterday was
Without
a
a
little
doubt.
bit
Yeah.
more. Man, today, boy, that humidity was on one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, like Florida, I've been there 2 times. Beautiful state, but the humidity, I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah, the humidity, that's what will it make it feel like holy crap, like that just like kind of wet, muggy and shit.
Yeah, but I
Every
wouldn't
time
mind
I
going
every
out there.
time I come out the house, my glasses be all fogged up and shit. I gotta be like,
With the wipers and shit.
yeah, like
Yeah, no,
damn.
my sister house was like central cooling like a motherfucker. Our shower be fresh soon as I step out the front door.
Sweating, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
like,
Like
defeat the
what the
purpose,
hell?
man. What the hell? Shit. You got any shout outs you want to get into before we move on to some boxing news right quick at all?
Yeah, man. Shout out Rich P. Shout out Cardi at the post.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, man. Shout out those guys, bro.
Very talented
I just
individuals.
I just felt like saying
Nothing
that.
wrong with that, man. And shout out everybody that rock with GMTA and the Grandma's Thinking like we fuck with y'all, y'all fuck with us. It's all love, man. We appreciate y'all. Um,
Absolutely.
let's get into some boxing news right quick. This weekend, Usyk again putting on a Masterford
Mm,
clinic, stops Daniel Dubai in round 5 to retain. No, actually to regain his world championship for a second time, even though the man never lost his titles. But he stopped him in round 5. So that makes
wow.
Joshua 2 times, Dubai 2 times, Fury 2 times. What
Dang,
is
he going
what is
crazy.
yeah, what is there more for this guy to accomplish? You know,
Right, right.
I'm not gonna lie,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Him, the last 3 big heavyweights have like been impressive. Like Vladimir Klitschko, I liked it. Tyson Fury for sure. You know, he brought eyes to the sport, and but without a doubt, this Usyk guy is probably my favorite as far as technician. He gets in there, knows what he got to do, makes the adjustments, and gets the job done,
Hmm.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't get to see the fights, but you know, I've seen like some of his other fights, and he know what to, like you say, know what to go in there and do and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little scrapping ass dude.
And he has fought the who's. Reno the Don, we appreciate you, brother. Global Independence. Make sure y'all tap in with them if y'all have it.
Hell yeah, shout out
Um,
Reno.
Pitbull Cruz is back to his winning ways. He edges Omar Salido for an interim 140-pound title. Should put him back in contention for certain fights, I guess. You know, he already lost to the dog. I mean, to the big dog there, Tank Davis, right? What do you think of a rematch? You think
Hmm.
a rematch should do just steer
Who is
away?
that again? Who is that? Who
Pitbull,
for who?
Pitbull, Pitbull.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I like the thing I like about dude is like you know that when you watch a fight of him, he's always gonna be. It's gonna be an exciting fight because he's a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep.
But I don't know like who like once I think also like once you see or you see how you could beat a fighter of like that type of fighter, like then people just train to fight, that fight to beat that
Yeah,
type of fighter type shit. So unless he can adapt or something, I think that he just gonna end up kind of like the
yeah.
kind of just getting lost in the sauce per se.
Drift.
Yep, drift away.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
and then
but
and then I don't really see like you said, there's no adjustment he's gonna make. He fights like that
mhm.
all the time. And
Yeah.
people forget it was a good fight, but people forget Tank Davis' hand was fucked up in that fight as well. Um
Right.
to
Yeah, I
impressive
forgot that.
fight. One of my favorite fights of the weekend was Bam Rodriguez stops Bulemo Cafu in round 10 to become the WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine champ. Um, yeah, impressive, bro. Dude, like, I think that was the highlight of the Manny Pacquiao card. He put on the most impressive performance of the evening. If y'all don't know, check him out,
Mhm.
Bam Rodriguez. I see him doing some great things in them divisions.
Okay.
Sebastian
I'm gonna have to look at this.
Fundura Sebastian Fundura stops Costa Tzu's son Tim Tszyu in their rematch in round 7 to defend his 154-pound WBC title. This weekend, our boy Zayas will be fighting
Mm.
for the belt he dropped actually, for he could take this rematch. So whoever wins this weekend probably looks like they're going to be Sebastian Fundura's next fight.
Mm.
I'm gonna be real honest. If Zaya can make 147, I think he becomes one of the greatest welterweights in a long time. I think 154 he could be great, but he got to build. There's some sharks still left in
Yeah.
them. There's some sharks still left in them seas, and Sebastian Fundura happens to be one of them.
One of those, yep.
And Tim Tszyu said in his post-fight press
He one of
conference,
them ones,
yeah,
like
he's like,
Joyner
bro,
said.
he's like, he's tall as shit. Felt like I was fighting the air. Shit. Then the main event of the card was Mario Barrios retains his title with a draw with the legend Manny Pacquiao.
For real?
Yeah, he retained in a draw.
On
So
what? So that fight ended up going into a draw. The Manny Pacquiao fight with that Mario Bar. That's the tall dude that Tank knocked out with the devastating uppercut,
yup, and dude that
right?
just beat no, I know who you're talking about. No, not that guy. Not that guy.
Not that guy.
No, if I'm not mistaken, you might be talking about Santa Cruz or some shit like that. Caught him with the uppercut coming in.
Oh, but what's his? But Tank has fought this guy.
No, the guy who beat
No.
him, no, his only loss was to a guy Pacquiao beat, and Pacquiao's last loss, dude beat. So that's why it was an interesting matchup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
But that's wild. And how? So what was the age gap?
shit, I think if I'm not mistaken, like 18 years, bro. 18,
Holy
20 years.
moly,
But
guacamole!
Pacquiao's still active. It's just you can see his legs. He lost pep in his step and no pop in his punches, but the activity's still there. So, congratulations to Manny
Right.
Pacquiao.
Yeah,
So
that's wild, son.
let me shout out Juice.
Yeah, shout out
Appreciate
Juice.
you every time, brother. And we're getting our
They
stuff
got link
together
up.
over here. We're getting our stuff together over here, and we're gonna be introducing some new stuff. And after that, we look forward to sitting down with y'all and see what we can present together, bro. Then the last bit of news, Layla Ali was on Andre Ward's podcast, and
Mhm.
they brought up the Clarissa Shield things, and she said, "You got to come up with $10 to $15 million to get me in the ring." It didn't take Clarissa Shield long at all because, like the next day, She's standing with two dudes holding up.
She's fucking trip. I love her, bro. She's
Me too, bro. Me
uh
too. Pound for pound, one of the best, even with the men included.
yeah,
One of my favorites. And
yeah. No bullshit.
hey, she had two guys standing with that check with 15 minutes. She looked like she was a pot and water me bingo winner, fam. With the big check.
The two security dudes with the
Yeah.
it's the escorts and shit.
Like, look, we secured this bag. You said 10, 15 mil. We secured the bag. Let's make the fight happen. And you know, let's see what happens. The ball in Layla Ali court now. You know, me personally, if this was 10, 15 years ago when she was active, maybe it would have been an interesting fight. But you're stepping in there with pound for pound the best female in the world who's dominated every weight class she's been in and beat bitches convincingly. Like no doubt, no room for doubt. And you coming in, I can see exactly, no disrespect to the great Ali, but what happened to him in his later years in fighting, where he used to get puffed up, being in fights he shouldn't have. And I see the same fate for Layla Ali. Yeah, and that wraps up the boxing news, man. Let me see. So before we get into hip hop news, I just want to drop a quick trivia. This is the trivia. Which video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the songs Eternal and the original version of Crossroads? I give you a clue. It's a Sega Genesis game. Let's continue. Again, the trivia of tonight's episode. Which video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the songs Eternal and the original version of the Crossroads? Let's continue.
It's a good trivia because I don't even know that.
Yeah, I posted up 2 trivias this week and nobody answered, so I'm gonna just save it for when we get to the songs. Then I'll reveal them or whatnot. But let's highlight some new music before we get into news. New singles this week. Joey Badass drops ABK. Ray Vaughn, I forgot it wasn't a song. It was supposed to be a clip. He did an interview. My bad, y'all, for that blooper. But anyhow, let's continue. Shay North featuring 38 Special, Smooth Jazz. Bunna B, Bankroll Need, J Money, Sean Paul, and Jermaine Dupri with Magic City Money. The OG Snoop Dogg is back with the new single, Let It Run. Stunner Girl featuring Milwaukee's very own Lakia with Raw Bitch. Then this is the Nova's Flame of the Week. Lloyd Banks featuring Vadal and Davies, Runways Freestyle. And then we got the OG E40 featuring your number one weed man, Burner, with Papered Up. New albums dropped within the week. We got Raekwon with the Emperor's News Clothes. Tyler, the Creator, switches it up with Don't Tap the Glass. Then our favorite MC Wayne Breakthrough, Joyner Lucas, drop his ADHD2. And Miami's very own Ace Hood drops Soul. Did you get a chance to hear any of these, my brother?
I listened to. I was checking out some of the Joyner Lucas, but I didn't get through it. And I don't think I've heard any of the other ones. I listened to that one Benny, Summertime Butch, I think it was called, from Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, that was I peeped that last week actually. Because go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I got to listen to that. I liked it. That was pretty decent. He had like a couple cuts on there that sounded like that could be like, like radio songs or some shit. But yeah, I haven't heard any of them other ones.
Yeah, well, I started listening to Tyler's this week because I had to give myself a break from Eternal and the clips, because that's it.
That's all I've been listening to is
I've been gearing up for tonight's episode. That's why I've been listening to Eternal over and over. But If it wasn't the clips, it was that. But this week I gave myself a break. I listened to some of Raekwon's new project and some of Tyler's. And I will say this much: I haven't digested all of Tyler's, but man, when that guy switches gear, that man can switch gears, and yeah, he did on that project. But we'll talk about that sometime. Um, so music news, well, music and entertainment news. CD Highs, Robbie Pardio died at 46. Jazz legend Chuck Mangione
Man, Joni. Yeah.
died at 84. Then
Damn, he was 84?
84. 84.
That's what's up. He was a minute.
Then Theo Huxtable, better known as Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner died from accidental drowning at the age of 54.
Yeah, that's salty.
Then rock and roll legend Black Sabbath's Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. Then today we get the news, wrestling icon, wrestling typhoon, Hulk Hogan has died of cardiac arrest at the age of 74. Yeah, man, it's been a hell of a fucking week for the entertainment industry. Any thoughts of any of those? Shout out and Daniels.
Yeah, shout out and Daniels. Shout out Senator. I see you watching in the thing. You know, one thing that I like noticed, bro, is like, I don't know, but have you noticed like the wrestlers, not all of the wrestlers, but like a majority, a lot of the time when they pass away from a heart attack or something to do like cardiac or yeah. I mean, like I don't know, because that's like the older generation of like the wrestlers. Obviously, we haven't, the ones that are like Stone Cold or Rock, all these other guys are still kind of in that like that middle area. They were kind of like the, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Jose, yeah. But
that's that
yeah,
era.
man,
That was that era.
Yeah,
that was that era that used to,
right. Right. That's what I figured. Right. That's what I figured. That's what the reason was behind like all of these guys.
He lived hella longer though. He lived hella longer
than the majority from everybody else. Right. Yeah, my favorite from all of those, bro, that I remember like the most was Razor Ramon. You know what I'm saying? That guy was like just something, just something else to me. Yeah, he was dope, and I didn't even know that he wasn't Hispanic, bro. That's the crazy part, right?
Yeah, bro.
It's just he played that role so good, bro. He snapped.
He really reminded me of Al Pacino on Scarface, because for a long time I thought Al Pacino was Latin.
Right. No bullshit.
Yeah, the Malcolm Jamal Warner one, that was pretty sudden to me, because he was young and I just seen him like a month or two ago. He was on, I think it was on a breakfast. He was doing an interview and he looked at healthy as shit, and happy as well.
Yeah, that sucks. Especially the dude, he was on vacation or something and shit with his family. Shit, wow.
The condolence. Yeah, I guess he was swimming with his daughter, I guess, and some surfer was able to save the daughter, but when they got back to him, wasn't able to resurrect.
Damn.
What is it? Resurrect him or whatnot?
Yeah. Resuscitate him.
There you go. See, bro, that's why these great minds think alike. Because we think alike, even though I'm not saying the right words, you know what I'm saying, my brother.
Yeah, you be doing the same for me sometimes. Like I think last episode I said I was decomposing. I was like, wait, that's not the right thing. That's like when you fucking rotting and shit. Like
there was like a few episodes back, I was super high towards the end of the episodes. I forgot how to end the show and shit. Yeah, that was hilarious and shit. But let's continue with some news. Shannon Sharp has reached a settlement in that lawsuit that $50 million lawsuit with Gabriela Zuniga. So it's been dismissed without prejudice. And the funny thing shit is this, let me not say nothing because I'm not trying to get us sued because we ain't even got much yet. I'm not trying to get us sued. That's why I gotta be cautious. People like, say what you want to say. No, I do. I gotta watch it on camera because they'll chop it up using court now, like that shit. But anyhow, she has announced like the day after, I quit OnlyFans. It's over for OnlyFans. So if you subscribe to Gabrielle Zuniga's OnlyFans, it's over for y'all. Cancel y'all subscription. She's up 50 million. She no longer needs to work.
It's crazy.
Sean Kingston's mother has been sentenced to 5 years in prison, and then after the 5 years, she does face deportation for that fraud scam her and her son ran. Yeah, then the son, Sean Kingston, will be up either next week or the following week for his sentencing. So,
damn, that's fucked up, man.
I don't know why that man didn't just take the whole bullet.
Right.
His mom could have been out here scamming some more and looking out for him. Now y'all both locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Who gonna do the scamming? Looking at
I don't know. Sean Kingston gonna have to do some free concerts for oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But let's continue. Atlanta rapper Cash Out got sentenced to two life sentences in prisons for aggravated assault, pimping, and RICO charges. Got sentenced to two life sentences. They said he used his music label as an organization. So I always wonder what happened to Cash Out. I guess the man really got on his pimping.
That's wild, son.
Yeah, he was one of those ATL motherfuckers that were around when the dance quartet groups were all around, D4L and MIY. He was around there doing this shit. So I always wondered about dude. Glorilla was arrested for drug felony possessions. Her crib they broke into her crib, and when the police went to investigate, they found weed in the possession. She got arrested this morning. She's out on $22,000 bail. I think she'd be.
That's weak, bro. You're some hater ass shit. How I become the victim? I mean, how do I become the? I'm the victim in this circumstance. How do I become? Yeah, how do I become the suspect? Right? What the fuck? What the hell?
My property, you got called. What the hell? You got called here to investigate.
That shit weird, right? So, see, and then they wonder why some people don't want to call the police and shit.
Yeah, because they'll fuck around and arrest you for calling them. Why you call us?
Yeah. And it's like, it's fucking Bud. Like, who knows? That shit could have been CBD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no motherfuckers. Nicole Fegan, the attorney known for defending YSL during their RICO trial, is now facing felony charges herself for allegedly aiding the gang on activity and distributing drugs. So the irony of that, man, like I can see, I don't know. Who was the other guy? John Gotti's lawyer, when they expelled him for representing Gotti because he was associated and doing shit with the mob. So a lot of these attorneys, man, they get themselves in some shits. You just came off like damn near beating a state RICO. I think out of 30 people, 3 people were convicted. 27 got to walk on paper free. So, and I can see why. I don't know, man. That's I don't know. That's weird to me. Because 30 people, you represented 30 people. That's plenty money. I know you got caked up from that shit. I don't think you needed to do no side hustles. But anyhow, let's continue. Wu-Tang Klan closed their final performance in Philadelphia, ending a 30-year live performance legacy. I never got to see them. we're gonna talk about the legendary Bone Thugs and Harmony's classic later on, but without a shadow of a doubt, if you know Wu-Tang, obviously with ODB who been passed away, we will never get like all members on stage or whatnot. But salute to you guys if this is closing that Wu-Tang chapter. Thank you for the legacy. Thank you for the memories, the music, and most of all, thank you for that iconic W that from the United States all the way to Japan resonates, man.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck
None to
with.
fuck with.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
And coming soon, we will be doing something on the legendary Wu-Tang. But from some live streamers, me and Orly, and what we're trying to do on GMTA Media, we would like to congratulate Joe Budden, one of the forefathers of this shit, who once turned down 44 million. It's been discovered that he makes more, but just off his Patreon, Joe Budden makes 1 million a month.
Wow.
Just off his Patreon, not counting YouTube or nothing. So congratulations, Joe Budden's back.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, that complex shit, the everyday struggle, he helped launch that shit. He helped academics find what is it? Because academics was known for the war in Chirac shit. So he basically gave credibility to DJ academics. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Joe Budden. Took his faith in his own hand and worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But from a Joe Budden fan and a Slaughterhouse fan, man, I wouldn't mind one record, Joe. Just one record, bro. Come out of retirement. All these OGs coming out, killing shit. Why not you? A few weeks back, we did the best dual brackets, and this week I'd like to report that Kid and Play will headline a hip hop Hall of Fame. They'll be inducted into the National Hip Hop Museum Hall of Fame August 23rd with Jungle Brothers, Cool DJ Red, Alert, and more. Congratulations, Kid and Play, legendary for their house party flicks, and we highlighted them here. I noticed they don't get highlighted, so it was pretty cool. We highlighted them, so congratulations, Kid and Play.
Hell yeah.
Sauce Walker will get Sauce Day, June 29th. I think that's next Monday. He will get his own day in Texas. Well deserved. He does a lot for Texas. I think this motherfucker got over 200, 300 albums already on his independent label. Not just him, over a whole bunch of artists. Let's get into this little bit of Salt N Pepa. Salt N Pepa is battling UMG for legal rights to their music, claiming it's been more than 30 years where the rights should revert back to them. And they're not the only legends. We heard about De La Soul going through this shit where when they put up the fight, their music get taken down from these digital platforms where it restricts them from earning any income from the music. What's your thoughts on? What's your thoughts on? You know, we always knew how the industry is shady, but what's your thoughts that it's been these contracts is more than 30 years and these artists is still tied up in them and still can't benefit from them?
It just sucks that back in them days that wasn't you was probably trusting somebody's word and shit, not really looking over the contract or not having no lawyer or no shit like that. So, contract is a contract, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sucks.
UMG,
you know what I'm saying?
UMG claims that Salt N Pepa didn't even own the rights to the shit that their manager, Herbie Love, owned it. So that's gonna be
you gotta go back and forth with that shit. You don't even know who really got your money. Is taking your shit.
But here's the thing, right? I understand, like you said, you should know what contracts you sign in, et cetera, right? But I think UMG, especially this is a new regime, right? Lucian Grange wasn't in charge 30 years ago. why not cut these girls slack? Like, look, man, you know, here, I think they made enough. Salt and Pepper haven't been relevant since the '90s, and whatever legacy act they could do their songs on and make some mess, I think they should be able to do it. That's crazy. And that's not just UMG. There's a lot of labels that been like I said, De La Soul was going through the same shit where the whole industry was petitioning for that. You think I agree with you about the contracts, but you think there should be certain leniency on certain legacy acts?
There should be, but then like I don't know, it just you're gonna have to if you do it for one, you're gonna have to do it for
Yeah, that's true.
more people. And then what defines like, a legacy that could, that's kind of like it depends what somebody is, somebody that got a Grammy, somebody that got awards, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. I think it'll get kind of messy in that sense, but it is kind of bullshit, it's shitty. I wish that there was a way that they could get a lawyer to look something over to maybe find like some type of loophole. But,
Yeah,
I don't know.
appreciate it, Reno.
Yeah, appreciate you, Reno. Thanks for the stars. Appreciate the stars, bro. Shout out Hectic. I see you in the building, son.
Shout out Orly for catching them shits because I can't even see them. I only see the comments. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I think certain certain artists should, like, especially 30 years or better. Like, damn, how the fuck did you sign a lifetime contract? Because if so, you fucked.
Right. Right. That's sus. There should be a way, how do you say, like to like renegotiate or some shit, right? Or
I'm just
something like a
wondering.
certain run.
I think what happens is I think there is a clause. I think it's a 30-year clause thing, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't reach the deadline where all them rights reserved right back to the label. You know what I mean? Because I don't know why they
Right.
didn't jump on this earlier. I don't know what took them so long. So last week we reported about Snitchy Minaj, Nicki Minaj, pointing the finger, talking about she's ready to sit down and tell it all. I guess a U.S. representative, Paulina Luna, has
Took her up on it.
revealed that she has actually got on the phone with Nicki Minaj and look forward to sitting down with her soon. So, um,
What the heck?
what the hell?
I mean, she was around 6'9".
And Drake, he's
Yeah.
yeah, so,
Yeah, that's crazy.
um, I don't know. You think she broke, or she really like, like she?
She just seems spiteful, bro. I don't know. She's always seemed like that to me. Very haterish. Like she would do some shit like that if she didn't really like you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like, yeah, I seen her jazz off and pop attitude and be sassy. I get that, but damn, you talking about you from Southside Jamaica, Queens. I wonder what 50 got to say about that. Matter of fact, why is 50 silent on this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Like, she's talking about she ready to Nino Brown this situation, hit the stand and be like Jay-Z, woo woo. Like, that's crazy. But
Yeah, that is.
we'll see what comes about it. But yeah, man, Nicki Minaj out here, Nicki 6ix9ine, I guess. Um, a crowd. Let's get into some Drake news. Again, for the second time in England, a crowd chants "Fuck Kendrick Lamar," and once again, Drake acknowledges, saying, "I can't say that I don't agree." um, Academics talked about that Drake tried to press him, talking about, "Are you scared of Kendrick Lamar's team?" And I guess academics like, are you gonna pull up? So the fuck you trying to press me for if you ain't gonna pull up type of shit. That was quite funny to me because academics be glazing the shit out that man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, he do.
And just to see him reveal that shit, that was quite interesting. Um, and a little bit of love, Block Boy JB, one of my favorite songs featuring Drake. That Looking Alive, turns out that was a Drake song, and Drake threw it at him. So he acknowledged that this week on social media, talking about shout out to Drake for giving him that song. So I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my favorite songs. So if Drake gave him that solid, salute to you, Drake. And by the time we get off air earlier today, Drake announced something's gonna go down at 9 o'clock. So we'll see. What is it? Maybe the Iceman project?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you
Interesting.
think? Or do you think it's gonna show him in court pointing the finger at Kendrick Lamar? Like he's the guy that rap not like us. But anyhow, I'll be tuning in, so we'll see. I see we got 8 people tuning in. We appreciate y'all viewing, appreciate the views, appreciate everybody to comment. If you're tuning
Get
in,
that
we got
share.
a
If y'all
trivia
can, that'd be what's up.
for sure. Give us a like, whatever. But we got a trivia going
Subscribe.
on to our channels: YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you find GMTA Media. So the trivia for tonight's episode is: which video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the song Eternal and the original version of the Crossroads? Again, which video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the songs Eternal and the original version of the Crossroads? I'll give you a clue. It's a Sega game. Let's continue. So have you familiar with Chat GPT, whatever that shit is, Orly?
I've heard a lot about it. I've never used it personally. How about
Okay.
yourself?
Well, yeah, you type in some description, it'll pop up some shit. It's like some AI shit, right? But Cameron decided he wanted to battle Chat
Oh
GPT.
yeah, I seen that
and
shit.
and he said he lost the battle. He said the fucking Chat GPT said you still stuck in '02. And oh boy,
Yeah,
I found that
yeah, that shit
hilarious.
was funny.
So let's continue. We're almost done, and we'll get into the topic. Ray J admit that he no longer talks to family members because they feel like he's an embarrassment. And dear Ray, you are. So
You're an embarrassment.
you're not just an embarrassment to your family, you're an embarrassment to yourself, you're an embarrassment to us. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, Ray J. Get it together, man. Because remember, you were the first, not Soldier Boy. We know what we talking about. No, it wasn't Kanye either. But you know what we talking about. And if y'all don't know, KK. Anyhow, let's continue. Playboy Cardi,
Tiki.
he dropped a project about 2 months ago, whatever, music. It becomes the first, well, I call it rage music, but it becomes the first rap album to go platinum this year. So for rap, congratulations. Um, DJ Quick has went viral this week because someone commented saying DJ Quick is everything that everyone thinks Dr. Dre is. And DJ Quick shared it and said, finally, someone had the balls to say it. Hey, I'm just saying, why you ain't say it, Quick? You should have been said that shit, Playboy.
He
Because I
didn't want to probably come
always,
off as a hater.
and that's true. And shout out to Quick for that, though, man. But he always got his flowers with me. Very underrated as a producer. Um, he had his own distinct sound. You know what I'm saying? And I think as of recent, with Problem, Jason Martin, I believe his name, they've been co-producing, but I always know DJ Quick always produces his music for himself and for others. So I would like to see how far that go. But shout out DJ Quick for somehow, some way going viral and getting his flowers, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay, so let's get into it. So last week, Jack Boys 2 dropped. It sold 232,000, the biggest rap label compilation debut ever. Um, but I want to find something interesting. So on the Billboard 200, it came in number one, right? And the first single, or let me take that back. Any song of theirs that charted in the top 200, the first one comes in at 50, kick out, right? Now, Let God Sort Them Out drop, and we all know why Jack Boys 2's dropped too, because they were trying to be haters, trying to step on what the Clips did, and it still couldn't do shit. Couldn't do shit. But anyhow, Let God Sort Them Out came in, sold 118,000 the first week, and their single Changing Whip 40 came in at number 42 on the Billboard 200. Interesting. So why I say that, and I say that to say this, we're gonna see Jack Boys 2 Burnout. It's over with. Travis Scott's about to work on his next project, right? While the Clips, it's gonna be a slow burn, bro. Like this shit's gonna be a slow burn. Like they gonna eat. They gonna fucking eat off this project. Like already critically acclaimed. 118,000 the first week, not fucking bad. So it's commercially successful. It hit all the check boxes. Got a classic, bro.
Now they're on tour.
Yep. So congratulations to Jack Boys. You know, I like Don Toliver. I do like Don Toliver. I always said Travis Scott could have been, but I can see why not. He's not the global star or a bigger star. Let me take that back. I can see why he's not a consistent star, because motherfucker do some fuck shit, and I can see some shit behind the scenes. But without a doubt, congratulations to the Clips. We did the review last week. We sang their praises, and I don't see this fucking album dying down no time soon, brother.
Me neither.
Let's check out for sure. DJ Quickie's legendary. Oh yeah, Reno. I ain't even gonna look. Fucking bot. Classic traditional hip hop will always win out. Yup, for sure. But here's the thing, right? I'm not one of these guys that's gonna just knock everything the new generation is doing, but there gotta be balance though, for sure. And with the Clips, that's what it is. That's traditional for sure. The fundamentals. Basically, we see Floyd Mayweather in his prime, Muhammad Ali in his prime. We see technicalities, abilities, you know, like where all these other guys remind me of Roy Jones. And I love Roy Jones in his heyday, but he just was flashy and he had the gift of speed. He never had no skill. So basically, that's how I will compare the two. Travis Scott is like a Roy Jones to me, and the Clips are Floyd and Muhammad Ali. They skilled. You know what I'm saying? Like I always said, the last thing a boxer loses is his power. The last thing a rapper loses is the words, right? Like as long as you live life, I think you'd be able to put words together and be able to convey your message, right? So congratulations again to the Clips, man. They deserve it, man. But I just wanted to highlight that because Travis Scott usually got bangers that reach top 10, and not one of these songs charted. Not one of those songs charted. But
it's funny.
I'd like to congratulate my boy Tyler the Creator though, because he seemed to play, and you know, he turned around and dropped a surprise album on top of these motherfuckers. and his
Mm-hmm.
project is slated to do 215,000 its first week. And remember, it dropped on a Monday, guys. So it's charted for
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah,
Only
that's
3 days.
crazy.
So congratulations to Tyler. He's in my top 5 right now, not of all time. So I don't want to catch flack, but of rappers that's doing it right now, Tyler's at the top of the heat. He's for sure at the top in my list. Um, okay, I guess that'll be it, bro.
Hold up.
Um,
Did you hear anything about T Grizzly?
yes, I did. I'm glad you brought that up. I was just seeing that this morning. If
I
I'm not
just heard
mistaken.
some stuff yesterday about it, and I think it was like yesterday or like maybe a day or something ago, Monday or yesterday. And um, yeah, I didn't. I wanted to. Do you know more about what the fuck is they talking about? I was kidding. My
You
bad.
scared me, bro. No, I
My
seen that.
bad.
If I'm not mistaken, he might have been allegedly accused of hiring somebody to take out his auntie slash manager.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Yeah, so there's a channel. So matter of fact, we got some new things coming to Great Minds Think Alike, but when we go off the air, I want to show you some, Orly. I'm gonna show you this channel. It's just something I seen right before we went on the air. I didn't have time to take it on notes, but I'm glad you brought it up. But I seen a video where they there's a video of T Grizzly talking about something, and he looked damn near suspicious of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
We'll look at it together after the show. Say it ain't so. I know, man.
Yeah, that shit. Wow.
Bro fell back from doing music. He was doing the streaming, gaming.
Yeah.
He was caking. He was caking, and
Hmm.
yeah, man. We'll see what happens. He hasn't been arrested, but I mean, I won't be surprised if that ain't coming soon because I think this happened yesterday or the day before yesterday. So if the streets is talking like that, I'm sure the police already heard it. What's your thoughts on that, Orly?
I was in shock. I think I heard this Monday. It wasn't. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was Monday. I think Rich P ended up saying something about it, and then Colossus ended up saying like, "Oh yeah, I heard something, whatever," and then they started talking about it. And I was like, "Damn, for real?" And I was just in shock. Like I didn't hear none of that shit. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. That shit, wow. I'm not gonna say much else because like he not, it's all allegedly, but that shit, that's some crazy work right there
Yeah, bro. I
to get
wonder if
accused of.
you know what, bro? I'm not even gonna lie. I think in that video somewhere, I'm gonna look it up, bro. Don't quote me on it, but I even heard that he even had sexual relationships with her, bro.
Yeah, I heard something like that too. No
Oh,
bullshit. And she
okay.
might have
So
been pregnant. And she might have been pregnant.
okay, so I wasn't the only one that heard that shit. That's crazy.
Nah, I heard something like that too, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really. Yeah, that shit crazy. Shout
Shout
out
out
to Xavier
Xavier
Buchanan.
for sure. We appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I mean that's not a great look for the boy, man. Hopefully, and wasn't it a rapper too that got arrested on that too?
Hmm.
You know what, man? I should pop it up right quick. I should pop it up. He been low key consistent. He dropped an album in the robbery. Nah, yeah, I haven't really peeped up with some of his music. I think the last shit I heard was the joint with him and I think last year with him and Cole,
Okay, yeah.
which was fire by the way. They both did their
I
fucking
feel like
shit.
that. I felt like that shit. He probably had that shit in the vault. and he was like, "Man, I gotta drop this before this buzz go away about." You know what I'm saying? Because that was right around the time of like the mess. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that was a perfect drop though.
No, it
I
was a
like,
perfect time to drop it. If he would have sat on it, he'd have been stupid.
yeah, for sure. Especially around the time when, what is it, Port Antonio came around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would have made sense at all around that time. But
Mm-hmm.
let me do quick shout outs right quick. Shout out Reno the Dog. Shout out Juice. Shout out
Yeah.
Sanitize. Um, Shout out Nick for
I'll tell
showing
you.
the brother. We got to get you back on here. And shout out Xavier Buchanan. We appreciate the engagement. Whoever is watching, I cannot see you seen. Orly can. We appreciate the views. If you can, drop a comment, give us a like, give us a share, subscribe to our channels. It don't cost you $1. We're trying to build the community, and just giving us a like help us. So we appreciate that. How about you, Orly? You want to say anything
Absolutely.
before we get into
Yeah, just
the
yeah, pretty much just echoing your sentiment. Yeah, appreciate all y'all for tuning in. If y'all could hit a subscribe, hit a share, hit a like, comment, and just put GMTA or the little muscle or whatever y'all want to throw in the little thing. Let us know y'all in the building. Um,
show?
helps out. It helps out for sure. We appreciate y'all. But yeah, that shit is crazy. That T Grizzly shit. When I heard that shit, I was like, "What?" I sound like fucking the home improvement guy. What? I was like, what the fuck? Because I hadn't been like, I guess I could kind of say like you, I I kind of forgot about like T Grizzly. Like I wasn't checking in and seeing what he drive and shit like that. So I've been forgetting about him. But um, when except for like that one song like that J. Cole song, I had that
Yo,
one with him and J. Cole. Obviously, I'll check that shit out. Uh, but he had some other shit like the little storytelling shit. I know he was really good at that. Um, I really liked the project that he had with Lil Durk, Blooders. I liked that project. Yeah. But yeah, that shit is wild, man. Uh, I hope it's not true, but that shit crazy.
yeah, man, no, that is crazy because everything surrounded that story is crazy, first and foremost. So
Yes. Yes.
we
It's a crazy
will
story.
we will keep people updated as the story develops, man. So let's get into it, man. We're here, and the reason we are here, matter of fact, let's throw it up. You are now
Boom,
tuned
boom, boom, boom.
to the Great Minds Think Alike, episode 40, E.1999 Eternal. And we are here to celebrate the 30-year and tomorrow, but we're celebrating today the 30-year anniversary of Bone Thugs and Harmony's classic album, E.1999 Eternal. Orly, I'll let you start off. Whatever you want to start with, man. Whether it be the first listen, how you feel about the album. Now it don't matter. Let's talk about this album, bro.
Man, where can I start? Um, I know one thing, like, I'll start off by saying this, though. I was like, how I got introduced to Bone Thugs was uh my brothers, Tucci and Willie. And they used to have this one like tapes was around, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up finding one of these tapes that they have. It was I don't even remember what the name of the tape was, but it was an all red cassette tape. It was red, kind of
Faces of
transparent
Death.
looking.
Faces of
Yeah,
Death.
yeah. And man, I was just like, it felt like shit, should I be listening to this? But at the same time, it was like, man, like just the way that was flowing and how that would, But I was stuck on Bone Thugs for a minute until like I remember one time like it's damn near like all I would play in the car. Like even when I started like driving and shit, I have it in the car. And somebody once they told me that was like, bro, like you still be listening to this old ass shit. They'd be like, you gotta you know what I'm saying? You gotta expand your palette type shit. Like there's a lot of, and then they started putting me on to like the, you know, Jay-Z's and the, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how stuck on I was on Bone Thugs, you know what I'm saying? Especially like certain songs that I just had in rotation. So yeah, I remember that for sure. And I don't know, it's just something about the way they flow. Maybe it's like because I play percussion, and so it's like, you know, just they sound, you know what I'm saying? It kind of remind me of that. And I don't know, they're just cold to me, bro. They're very legendary group, you know.
No, we were talking. I think we were talking about um what's the boy's name? T Grizzly's collab with J Cole, not Dirk's. But if you talking
Oh yeah,
about,
okay.
but if you're talking about J Cole,
I feel, yeah, I agree with
I
that.
I do agree with that
Yeah, I
assessment.
do agree with that. Yeah, I didn't. I agree with that. Yeah, that's why I hearted it and shit, because that's what I think that he was trying to say. Like
I agree
that
with
one,
that
that
as well.
song, that the Dirk song with J Cole was definitely like too mainstream. And yeah, for sure.
Man, we're gonna get into it. This gonna be one of them shows because Orly's a fan. I'm a fan. Like this is the Midwest. This Midwest gods, man. Gonna talk about it. This group make me want to rap for sure. And Outcast, hey, two creative groups for sure. They
Yeah,
both
yeah, absolutely, bro. Now that you
they
say that, you not lying, bro. Like I could actually like say that. Like they
they
did make me
together.
want to rap. And now you
They
wanted to
together.
rap like that. You wanted to rap like that though. Like you felt
Yeah,
if you couldn't write a verse like that, bro, like you wasn't snapping. You know what I'm saying?
you weren't
But
snapping.
you wasn't
You weren't
snapping. I'm
snapping.
not gonna lie
You
to
weren't
you. I
snapping.
was like, man, like I can't, you know, even like you see certain people that did, you know, went in that direction and try to keep. There's the text, there's the MGKs. I mean, before he ended up making a
Oh,
transition over
no,
to,
yeah, the rock shit.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. You know, there's a lot of people that kind of kept that style, like try to keep it alive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I think that they were the best to do it as far as, because they are, it was more than just rapping fast. You know what I'm saying? It was
Man,
more than just rapping fast.
we're
It
gonna
was
we're gonna we're gonna dig into all of that, brother, for sure. Keep because you ain't lying. Because right for a long time, yeah, we can all agree the Guinness World Record,
mm-hmm,
fastest rappers, Twister,
mm-hmm,
yeah. And before Bone Thugs and
mm-hmm.
Harmony,
Yep, Twister too. Yep.
you know, as the fastest rapper, right? I'm gonna give him his due on
Mm-hmm.
that. But without a shadow of a doubt, it was 1994 creeping on the come up, in 1995 E.1999 Eternal that changed the landscape. Not only were they rapping fast, but they were taking their breaks. They turned it into a style
Right.
instead of just rhyming words just to get as many words you can in a many amount of 16 bars. You feel me? Bone, they structured how they were rapping. They reminded me of Big Daddy Kane. When Big Daddy Kane used to rap fast, the stuff
Right.
that's what, because Crazy Bone reminds me more of BDK style, not lyrically, guys. So don't give me hell for that. I'm talking about there's times with BDK, you know what I'm saying? But no, man, they had, okay, Twister for sure was the fastest rapper, but he wasn't the first fast rapper because Jazzo was before Twister, Fushnikins was before Twister. It was just Twister
Mm-hmm.
was just rapping fast. But
Right.
and I'm a fan of Twister, so don't give me hell. But let's be
No,
real,
yeah,
people.
I like Twister
Mr.
too.
Don't nobody talk about Mr. Tongue Twister, and don't nobody talk about Resurrection because Twister didn't find no substance. He was just rapping fast, right? But on Resurrection,
Mm-hmm.
you can see him developing his styles with certain songs, especially I think it was when he took his shots at Trench, where he started chopping up his style, right? But Twister really,
Mm-hmm.
this got honest truth. I love Twister's Adrenaline Rush. I love Kamikaze. But Do or Die saved that man's career at the time Poe Pippin came out. Because with or without Twister on that song, Poe Pippin was going to hit. Let's talk.
Right.
Let's just be real, right? So, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, Twister, Psychodrama, they all help the Midwest with this chopper style, right? Which I think Tech Nine is the best at it. You know, Bone Thugs was the one, the forefathers of this style. You know, 3-6 with the choppy rap flow, they're similar. But as far as the style with the harmony and all, boom.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah.
shit resonates.
They're the best at rapping. Like they're the best at that style, bro. Because they don't just bring just rapping fast to the table. They bring something else with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's different when they rap.
Man, I used to try to fucking dissect that shit too, Jose. I ain't even gonna
Yeah,
lie to
that's
you.
raw,
Like,
bro. When he said that, I just read that shit. That's dope as fuck. Writing like motherfucking lyrics and just like, you know what I'm saying, to see exactly how they were breaking down the syllables, you know what I'm saying?
that shit taught me how to write lyrics. Music is life, G, all day for sure. I love music, man. Who's the best member?
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
get to it. I'm gonna get to that answer, but that's a good question. Everybody, y'all drop it. Who's y'all best member?
Yeah. Who's y'all
But at
best
the end,
member? I already put
but at
who
the
I
end,
thought was my favorite one.
I'm gonna answer at the end. But I could go toe to toe as far as the '90s hip hop. Crazy Bone. I say Busy Bone. I think Busy, Crazy, and Jay-Z. Yup, Jay-Z on with Jazzo, you're right. Oh,
Yeah,
yup.
yeah.
And original flavors, correct? That's dope. Or lethal. Facts, bro. About that Paul Pippin shit. That sparked up Twister's career. Yeah, and that's no shot. I love Twister again, but it's right, Jose, it's facts. Like Pope Pimpin threw that man a resurrection for sure. My bad, I'm at busy. Okay, so we got about evened up two busies, two crazies, I believe. Yep.
Mhm.
All right, so we already talked about the style, and we're gonna get to that style at the end of this album because you're gonna see how that style, even though they were the first ones to get crucified, even though they were successful, they got crucified and all that. It all still resonates to the game today because you can't hear a hook,
Mhm.
can't hear a verse without a melody. And the guys today got to use
Mhm.
auto tune or some kind of machine. Guess what Bone Thugs used to do, guys? They used to use ad libs or their own voices. You feel me? How you used to do
That's
it back in the
crazy.
day. So, you know, Bone used to do this shit without the machinas. You feel me? So, for those who don't understand, la machina means machines. But let's continue. So let's get into it, right? East 1999 dropped 4 months after their mentor Eazy-E died, right?
Mhm.
They're fresh off the heel of the success of their EP creeping on the come up. Um, that motherfucker did numbers, went platinum, I think, after the first month of his release. So they dropped this. The first single. Matter of fact, let's not talk about the videos. We'll talk about the videos after. Let's talk about the album. Let's just go track list. The introduction, I thought that was unique because you can hear Busy Bones flow, but in reverse, and it did sound like how Jose said. He used to write down the lyrics
Mhm.
all the time. Me, I'm like, damn, how can we flip this backwards? What are they saying? I know that's Busy's voice, but it's handsome. So right out the gate, the
Right.
introduction is unique. No pun intended to the producer, DJ Unique. Then let's get into the first song, East 1999. They start off with fire. Every last one member of the Bones on it, and this is probably my favorite song of all five members on it of them rapping, because even Wishbone got in on it and killed his shit. What's your thoughts on the East 1999?
Yeah, cold. I like that song. That shit's fire. They all snapped on
Um,
it to me.
yeah, they did. Then the next one, Eternal.
Look
Here
at
goes the
this.
answer, y'all. Here goes the answer, y'all.
Oh, you
So
finna? Oh, for the
the
thing,
trivia,
for the.
the
Ask it
trivia.
one more time because we got. I think we got a lot more active
Okay,
people.
so here goes the trivia, or was the trivia for today? Is which video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the song Eternal and the original version of Crossroads? Again, which song, which video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the songs Eternal and the original version of Crossroads? Let's continue. I save it for the end of this. So Eternal, they all did their thing. I will say this much. You see the versatility where they went straight rap to now you hear more melodic song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at it. I love the song. I just thought that was too quick of a turn for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You just E.1999 me. Like I'm in that vibe. Like I'm thinking of the continuation of Creeping on the Come Up EP. And then all of a sudden you hit me with Eternal, what Bone was about to do as their next stage of their career, right? The melodic
Mm-hmm.
flows. I thought it was dope. Don't get me fucked up. I don't say it don't belong here, but I like it. Let's continue. Creeping we came.
Is that Reno said that's the slower version, right?
What's that? The Crossroads? Yeah, the original version.
Yeah. Art of War was nice too. Yeah.
All right. Then Creeping we came. I thought that was a great display. Down 71 to get away. I don't think Bone Thugs and Harmony get their credit on this song for great storytelling. I think Busy, Lazy, and Crazy did a phenomenal job about the setting up, what is it, attempts on some COPSs or whatnot. And they try to make the getaway and they get caught up and Crazy comes to their rescue. I thought the storytelling on here was brilliant. They don't get credit
Mm.
for that. And I think Down 71 to Getaway is one of them gems in Bone Thugs and Harmony's archives where it does display that they're not just rhyming, rapping fast. You know what I'm saying? They really put it together on that. It reminded me of some hip hop shit for sure. Um, what's your thoughts on Mr. Bill Collector?
I love that song. I ain't gonna lie. I used to send that shit to motherfuckers when they owe me money. And you know what's wild is did you know that
I'm gonna use that one, brother. That was classic.
there's a song that Crazy Bone and Chameleonaire did.
Yeah,
And
right and dirty.
I think it's called no, not that one. Not that one. It's a different one. It was in a commercial song. It was like on the record, and it was called. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was called Bill Collective, and the hook was like, um, damn, I just had it in my head and it went away. But if I think about it, it's kind of damn near around like it's like the same like it's almost like a second version of this song type shit without
Okay,
all of the members. It's just Crazy Bone and Chameleon there. It's
I
like
have to check that out.
oh yeah, it's like the hook is Chameleon. It's like, now you're in trouble. Here comes the bill collector. Yeah, now you're in trouble. And
Yeah,
then
I
Crazy
remember
Bone.
that.
And he just started going. I'm gonna send it to you after we get off of here because I remember that. And then when I had heard, I was like, damn, I wonder if that was like supposed to be a song that was supposed to be for everybody in the group, and then it just never happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Crazy always kind of seemed like, as like the group kind of progressed, Crazy always seemed like he was like more approachable or able to get a hold of or some shit. I don't know.
That
Active.
was that was soon as they started doing their solo careers. Because if you think about it, Crazy Bone, like you said, he looked at like he was exclusive. Like he didn't fuck with nobody at all. But as soon as he dropped that Thug
Mm-hmm.
Mentality, his first project, he damn near had the whole industry on there. He had MJG and 8 Ball, he had Gangsta Boo, he had Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, Daz, a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Like, so yeah, and then yeah, it hit the feature game. He went crazy with that Little John shit, mystical shit. So yeah, you're right. He was more
Mm-hmm.
like he did get active. He was the more active Bone. Um, yeah, Mr. Bill Collector, I liked it that one. Number 7, Bud Smokers Only. You already know. I fuck with that. That's my favorite Bone Thugs and Harmony Weed song. Um, that's yeah, that one and outside of the joint that Busy Bone did on the Friday soundtrack. And this
Mm-hmm.
is for the weed heads. Like that,
Yeah,
those
that
two are
shit
my
is fire. I love it. I was
yeah.
smoking.
That's
I used to smoke to that fucking song.
so from Bone Thugs and Harmony. That will be mine's number. Bud Smokers Only. Then the original number 8. The original Crossroads. I loved it. Um, and then at the end we'll talk about the remix. Your
Yeah, because
thoughts
I
on the
want to know that.
original?
I'm kind of I'm
We'll,
I'm intrigued. I don't know what the fucking what the what the beat is.
trivia. Yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah.
to it, mine. So Crossroads, the original Crossroads. What's your thoughts on that one?
Man, when I heard that song, I thought it was so how can you say um some people would say like that them like were like they're human, bro. You know what I'm saying? They go through the same shit that we go through, the same struggles. They lose people. They didn't feel like that was just this group that was like an invincible, like motherfucking super group that never like had any type of they would like I don't know, they felt relatable. You know what I'm saying? That when I first heard that song, that's where I thought I was like, wow, this is a really deep ass song. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you don't hear a lot of people, especially around that time. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like how like these people, not to like go off course, but like how like the clip started off like that album with uh
Talk to their
Bird.
parents.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you being transparent and you kind of letting people into like that space, of vulnerability, I guess you could say, right?
And they,
So,
they, it was something not just that, but something the whole world could relate to who was
hmm
lost. Um,
right.
and that's another thing I want to tap into at the end of this project because there was like 3 songs specific I wanted to talk about that not only solidified them as legends, but it represented the Midwest struggles, like and we'll talk about that in a second. But let's continue. Then Me Killer. What I loved about that was that's it. Them boys
hmm
display talent over this.
Yeah, yeah.
It was I guess reminiscent to their days in Cleveland when they used to set the garbage on fire and they used to sit around it. I mean, stand around it and bust their flows and shit like that. So when I hear that, all I could thought was the story they said about that. Like I only can imagine is that barrel of fire and them in
Right,
Cleveland,
right.
So They didn't need a beat on it, you know. So it was. Could I did without it? Yeah, I could have did without it, but I thought that was a pretty cool display for a skit. Your thoughts about McKill?
Right. Yeah, no, I thought that that was dope too, like you said, because it was just kind of like one of those songs where there was not. It's just like the clap, the snaps, and they're just rapping. So that just go to show. I don't need a whole beat, bro. Fucking snap by snapping. You know what I'm saying?
And then the harmony again, guys.
Yeah.
Not the people. I just want artists to know, man. Y'all don't need the auto tunes. Y'all don't need the auto
Mm-mm.
tunes. It's okay here and there for hooks, but on your verses, nah, man. All you need is to fill your ad libs. Use your own
Yep.
vocals.
Later.
That's what Bone Thugs and Harmony did. Them guys did it so great, so smoothly, man. But let's continue. Land of the Heartless. Um, Interesting about this. Again, this is off the heels of Easy E's death. So at this time, obviously they living in Los Angeles, California. They're recording this project, and during this time is Death Row versus Ruthless Records. And there were certain instances where they ran into each other. And on this song, Busy takes aim at the late great legendary Nate Dogg. I guess there was a situation where Nate Dogg ran into Busy and one of the guys from the Mo Thugs and was like, "Look, you know, there ain't no issues, etc. My homies from LBC, there's no, you know, there ain't no real beef. It's just whatever, right?" And I guess when his homies started, you know, approaching the scene, Nate Dogg acted like he had a gun,
Mm.
right? So on this on this verse, Busy says, "Soon as I hit the scene looking for my pistol, but I ain't have no gun. Came with original Thugster shit, flipping it with my tongue. Nigga, Cleveland is the city where we come from. And I'ma show these hoes up in the clubs, thugs don't run from none. Thugging with 101, they definitely got my back, and I'm throwing it up St. Clair Thugs, the nigga, with or without my gat. So with or without my
Mm.
gat, and that whole thing was about that issue.
That's
They're
crazy.
running, the running they had with Nate Dogg, the late great Nate Dogg. So again, this was around DPG versus Bone Thugs and Harmony, Ruthless, Death Row days. So yeah, that was quite interesting because if I didn't hear that interview, I wouldn't have known that shit, you know, because
Yeah. No, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
but you know, Busy made sure Nate know it was for him because that situation happened, but he didn't have to say his name on it, and I just thought it was a dope rap, but I just wanted to put that out there. That was for Nate Dogg.
Yeah, it's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Land of the Heartless. There's another shot at DPG, which I will be talking about in the shortly, but Busy took aim at Nate Dogg on that. What's your thoughts on Land of the Heartless? I thought that was a pretty dope song.
Yeah, I like that song. It's kind of got like the hip hop type of vibe to it. With the fucking yeah, I like the Death song. It's a good
Yeah,
one.
no. I thought Lazy Bone shined on that. There's only a few. I really thought about this project
Six.
about certain Bone Thugs Harmony members that shine through. And I thought this one of the songs I thought Lazy did his thing on. He got busy. Number 11, No Shorts, No Losses. I love the what's the word I'm looking for? The the phrase is it called that they or the same because a lot of people started using that. I ain't taking no shorts, no losses from here on all type shit. So um, yeah, no, dope song. What's your thoughts on that song?
Yeah, I like that one as well. Like the harmony on the hook and all that shit.
Then the next song, obviously, again, one of them songs
Yeah.
that a lot of people can relate to. The first of the month.
Hmm.
Sample by Chapter 8. I just want to be your girl. But man, what the fuck? These motherfuckers, they 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 had have a hit. It's melodic. It's talking about the first of the month, about poverty and struggle, and the verses talk
Mm-hmm.
about the same. You know, they don't talk about. They talking about, man, let's get through this day. What you got on the ends? What can we scrape up for we could get this, and that? Guess what, bro? I heard this whole album from top to bottom. Not one time I heard these brothers talk about pimping hoes, fucking hoes, or girls sucking. These guys
Mm-hmm.
was talking about weed. They were talking about brotherhood, and they were talking about murder,
Yeah.
murder, and Mr. Ouija, murder and weed.
Mo murder.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that first of the month, man. Like I love it. It put the Midwest, like the Midwest was like again, Common, Twister, the Dayton family, MC Bree, Cornerstones. They all put this brick, right, to lay this foundation in the Midwest. But when Bone Thugs and Harmony dropped this, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You know, it propelled this project to go number one and stay number one for 2 weeks. Went gold on the second week. You know what I'm saying? So first of the month was
Wow.
special to me because it highlighted the poverty while all these motherfuckers talking about, you know, 40 celebration, the money they got. Bone talking about let's scrape up these ends, see what we could come up with, what we could put together as brothers, make sure we all have a great day. What's your thoughts on the first of the month? I could go on and on, bro.
Yeah, no, this song, I used to have this song as like a alarm to wake me up. I would like back in the day, like when you like, I don't know if like there was other ways to be able to do this shit, but shit, I didn't know. So I would record like you'll put the song, you'll play the motherfucking song, and then you'll record like off of your phone. You know what I'm saying? And then it would
Okay.
be like an audio clip, and you could use that audio clip like for ringtones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
And I used to use like that little audio because you know how it went started. It started with the rooster and shit, like the video. You know what I'm saying?
Then the alarm.
Yeah, yeah, and I was just it was just one of those things like
That's it.
this song how the way this song made me feel it made me feel like it was like time to hustle, you know what I'm saying? Like it's motivation, like it had like some type of motivational, like, you know what I'm saying, something in it where it's like, man, I gotta get up and get this paper, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit.
Yeah, bro. Came out at the right time. It was hitting the whole fucking summer. And like you said, not just the whole
Hmm.
summer. These motherfuckers, this album, I played it forever in a day, man. But let's continue. Um, I ain't gonna lie, this is one of my least favorite songs. Buddha Lovers. I could have did without it. What's your thoughts on Buddha Lovers?
um I gotta listen to that one. I don't remember that one like that, so maybe it's because I didn't really care for it like that. But hold on real quick.
So while bro looked that song up, the trivia again,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
which
yeah, yeah. No, I
which
didn't really
video
care for
game?
that song.
Oh, see, we both.
My
The
bad.
video game. What video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on Eternal and the original version of Crossroads? Let's continue. Die, die, die. That's again. That's dope. They picked up the pace on that one. Sharp display of rapping, delivery, um, and harmony. And I don't mean as far. Matter of fact, how do I say that word? See, they do harmonize, but what I mean, how they gel. What's the chemistry? The chemistry on here on Die 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 was pretty dope. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I kind of liked this one too. It was short, got to the point.
Okay.
Um, and I noticed in the song, like, um, that we don't surrender.
Yep.
You remember in that beat? We don't surrender. Doo-ding, doo-ding. they have that little piano part in this song. That ding 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 ding. Yeah.
We're gonna
I
talk
don't know if
about
they do it
some.
all the time, but it's in there like at least once or something. I peeped that, and I was like, "Oh shit!" They used that same little melody for "We Don't Surrender."
I'm gonna have to check that out again. So then it comes to skip for Mr. Ouija 2. Um
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I'm gonna be real with you on this one. Maybe I could have did without this, or maybe this should have been right after the introduction.
Mm.
Just my take. I don't know if it fitted exactly right here for me. What's your thoughts on Mr. Ouija 2? The skit.
That shit used to scare me, and I used to skip it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. So we both could have did without it. All right. Let's continue. Um, one of my favorite songs, Mo Murder, bro.
Yeah, that's my favorite song. I would have. Well, it's hard to say. Like, I would say my favorite song as far as like not commercial. You know what I'm saying? There was something about that song. I don't know what it is about that song. Just the whole how the
Even
way that it's
Wish.
put together,
Even
the
Wish got
beat.
the fuck off.
Yeah, it just that I would say like
21
that's a
River, I'm trying to
beautiful
run to get
song.
away. Too late.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro. No, the one like Mo Murder, E.1999.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
they just displayed pure rapping. Yeah, you can hear Crazy Bone at the beginning of his verses with harmony, but it's pure rapping as far as that's when it
Mm-hmm.
started. Um, but let's get to it. Earlier, Busy Bone took his shot at Nate Dogg, and right here, Crazy Bone's like, "Fuck it all. I'm taking shots at the whole row." So let them know who the boss is. Let them know who the boss is. So, bro, I'm gonna say, brother. I don't want to say the N word. So, brother, you want to get tossed in the river. So, nigga, you want to get tossed in the river. Put them in the mud, see their pump blood. Ninja, no love. Get shown by the bone. When I grab that chrome, then I hog your dome, right? Then he's gonna say, follow me. What is it? Follow me, roll stroll down East 99. Gotta find these roll holes. Death, bro.
Right. These roll
So
holes, right?
call these boys some hoes. So obviously, I just wanted to highlight that for the people. Gotta find these roll holes. So yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. The thing that's another thing that I like. It seemed at the time like everybody wanted to like problems with them, but they never like strayed. They gave it to whoever. Even like I think Jose ended up mentioning the Art of War. I think like that was even there was songs on there that was directed towards people too, wasn't it?
yeah, but what did he say? Okay, yeah. Oh damn, bro. My bad, y'all. I should have been seen. I did not notice we had some new comments. Let's continue. Yeah, no, but the thing is, the 3-6 Mafia one surprised me because 3-6 Mafia from Memphis, they from Cleveland, but the Ruthless that didn't surprise me because Ruthless was taking shots at everybody. I mean, Death Row was taking shots at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I only figured that it was only about it's gonna be a matter of time before Bone says something to them. DPG would respond, Corrupt would say, I ain't got no love for no hoes in harmony and shit like that. So they took their shots, they been squashed it, they been make money together. But like you said, for being as successful as these guys were, because we're gonna talk about what you just said, the Art of War, not too much because it's going on an anniversary too. But I want to highlight what you said. Like they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck about the
Mm-hmm.
success, how big they got. You said something, we address it.
Yup, we're addressing it.
We address it. So yeah, so Mo Murder, one of my favorite songs on here too. And then number 17, which is the outro, Shots to the Double Glock. This is the only song that do got features, and it happens to be their Mo Thug family, right? And And this on this one will be what we will say the prelude to what the Mo Thug compilations will become. Like putting on the Cleveland artists they knew and shit, whatnot. What's your thoughts on the shots to the double Glock?
I liked it this song. I liked how it started. I liked it. It didn't have like too much like instrumentation. It was more or less like, they was letting the voices do the shit in this song. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, I like this song.
So
Mm-hmm.
Def gets
Mm-hmm.
something in his artistry that resonate about liking a bit more. Busy Def was beginning favorite, but crazy takes it to me. Okay, I'm gonna answer that question soon. I'm gonna answer because I haven't answered. Classic for sure. I know we're gonna talk about it. The longing, lasting impact that it has. Zelda, nope, it's not Zelda. That's the slower version, right? Correct. It's the slower version, the original one. Art of War Nights 2. Yeah, Art of War, what's today's day? So in 3 days, the Art of War is going on its 27-year anniversary. So Bone got a few anniversaries. Shit, we all grew up on Bone. We all damn near the Spanish Bones. Ya tú sabes, Novi Bone, Orly Bone, Sanitized Bone, Reno Bone, Anthony Bone. I gotta go to that album. It's been over a decade, literally. And no lie, me and Orly been plotting this episode soon as we knew the anniversary was coming up. So I've been listening to the clips. No bullshit. All
Same
day,
here.
every day.
About to buy them
So
tickets after we get out of here.
after to get myself from them, I just had to go back to East 99, freshen up the memory. About to Spotify that. Crazy Bone was a lot of features. Yeah, he had a hell of a run. Yup, he was Project Pat as well. Yeah, I wasn't big on Buddha Lovers. I like the Bud Smokers only better. Maybe I could have did without 2 week songs on the project. I don't know, but I just like the Bud Smokers more. I'm so glad you showed me Crazy Lazy Wish Flesh Refer. Really makes me happy. Yo, I never knew that story. Yeah, man, fucking Ruthless and Death Row had some fucking legendary back and forths. Nate Dogg ended up cracking. There's footage of it. You can find it on YouTube, but I seen it on one of the Beef DVDs because I used to buy the Beef DVDs. So Def Jam was hosting a party, and BG Knockout and Gangsta Drayster were there, and Dog Pound was there, and Nate Dogg grabbed a golf club and then hitting one of the motherfuckers upside his shit.
On what?
Yeah. All right, let me check out. We got a few more comments. Check your inbox. Got you, brother. Most that foil. Um, yeah, shots to the double Glock. That was a great outro. Um, that was pretty cool. They put their homies on, and like I said, it was a prelude to what would become Mo Thugs, which will be successful compilations later on. Then let's talk about the last song, and obviously the biggest song on the resume, the remix to the Crossroads, Orlito. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Talk about it, bro.
Shit. The remix shit. That was the one that did the video too? Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
I damn near want to know what the beat was for the original one. But yeah, man, that was like you get like the fucking after you already got the fucking first song, then you get the fucking remix on that. Mm. Everybody killed that shit, bro.
So
I'm in
that
my
was
own, in front
recorded, recorded,
of me.
recorded after their mentor passed away. By far the biggest hit on their record, on their resume. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was happy It was the jam, but that was also the curse of Bone Thugs and Harmony because they chased that motherfucker, and I eventually thought that's where the formula and the sauce got lost. But yeah, as far as when it dropped, not like in hindsight, not seen it, but when it did drop, the biggest shit dropped. Even Tupac said, man, like when he was in prison, that shit, it held him down. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Be patient or Nito Rodriguez. All right, so I just want to highlight my bad, y'all. I want to highlight a few things. Um, Release, we already highlighted release 4 months after Easy's that debut #1 on the Billboard, selling 307,000 the first week, selling 222,000 the second week. So basically went gold the second week and platinum by the end of the month. How legendary is this album? How legendary is Bone Thugs and Harmony? How much do they mean to the city of Cleveland? East 99 and St. Clair has been renamed to the Bone Thugs and Harmony way. Yeah, and the lasting impact. We said it earlier. The style that Migos got, that comes from crazy. Melody, everything right now. There's nothing that's not on the radio that doesn't have a melody that comes from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Drake gets a lot of credit. Ja Rule got a lot of credit for it. Nelly got a lot of credit for it. That comes from the gods. That comes from the Midwest pioneers. That comes from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Without a doubt. Even though they were the first ones to be crucified for it, a lot of motherfuckers ate off their formula. It still resonates to this day. Where tomorrow will be 30 years anniversary of this classic album. And we celebrated today, but again, Bone Thugs, their DNA, you can hear it in the music today. But before I tell you my favorite Bone overall, who's my favorite Bone on this album, I do want to highlight some things. Here goes a few songs that either sampled or remade Bone Thugs and Harmony's East 99. So this is the East 1999 celebration. First up, we got Timbaland Magoo featuring Tweet, All Y'all, First of the Month sample. The Diplomats, the first of the month sample. Gnarls Barkley, Necromancer, First of the Month sample. J. Cole, God's Gift, First of the Month sample. The Game featuring Lil Wayne, Tiger, Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa, Celebration, First of the Month sample. Playboy Cardi, even a young kid today, Playboy Cardi, Sky samples First of the Month. Legendary Georgia artist Pastor Troy, Thankful For, samples First of the Month. Sean Garrett featuring Drake, Feel Love, samples First of the Month. Little Durk has sampled Crossroads with his version of Crossroads. G Herbo, his song Hood Legends, samples Crossroads. Flashbush Zombies, Headstones, etc. Corday, Intro, Baby Tron, Lord of Multiverse. MGK featuring Bone Thugs, Yo Gotti, French Montana, Ray Cash, Till I Die Too, samples East 99. Freddie Gibbs, Crazy Bone, Space Ghost Bird, Kush Clouds, Cameron featuring Shy Bug, Me Killer. So all these songs all sampled or remade off the legendary album East 99.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. So overall, again, this is a classic to me. It represents a contribution to the game, right? Because there's a lot of people that has came in with someone's style, but it was rare, no, not to sound cliche, that someone contributed something innovative, something fresh, something new. And that's what Bone Thugs was and East 1999, even though they dropped Creeping on the Come Up. But I think this was more of a display of what they had in the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? They brought out all the tools for this one. universally accepted. Again, I can say so much about what they mean to the Midwest, not just to Cleveland, but to the Midwest. Like they're my Run DMC. You know, the East Coast got Run DMC, NWA's on the
Mhm.
West Coast. This is us. You know what I'm saying? So East 1999, I still bump it to this day. Legendary from a legendary group. But on this project, I would say Crazy Bone, without a shadow of a doubt, is the skeleton of this album. You can hear it through the choruses. You can hear it through the transition. Like you can hear just this crazy's skeleton on this project. Like you can see he laid the foundation and hey guys, just come put your verses on this shit type shit or contribute to this part of the hood. East 99, Mo Murder, my favorite songs as far as rapping, but obviously First of the Month. That's that's the gem to me. Go ahead, Orlito, your thoughts.
As far as like favorite songs on the album,
Yeah, your
or
overall, what's your thoughts on the album and then your three favorite songs?
classic, man, it's a fucking classic. Like you said, it kind of like paved the way as well for certain people. Yup, Rod Wave, you know what I'm saying? Nelly, Ja Rule, all those cats. They use that like was in the pocket with the harmonies and you know what I'm saying, that type of shit. Even the Migos, it's crazy when they used to be that little for a little bit. I think there was like a little tension between like the Migos and the Bone Thugs, which was fucking crazy to me. But
Crazy.
it didn't make no sense. Like the audacity, you know.
Rest in peace, Takeoff, though. Rest in peace, Takeoff, though.
Yeah, recipes take off for sure. But yeah, uh, classic album. I'd have to do Mo Murder. I'd have to do First of the Month and hmm, um I'd probably do the last song. What was the last song?
Shots to the double Glock.
Shots to the double block. Yeah,
Yeah, and overall, you said classic. And all right. So,
yeah, legendary.
who's your favorite Bone on this album?
Crazy Bone is my favorite on this album as well. He's my favorite kind of like overall, but for a while, I like Busy Bone more than everybody. But then kind of as I like, as the group grew on me and shit, like it was like no denying that there was just something about the way that Crazy Bone rapped and the way that his deliverance and the like subject matter, like just everything about him was my favorite Bone Thugs.
Yeah. In the longevity, you ask me who's the best Bone right now. I say Busy because he got better. He's still doing shit right now. Him and Crazy Bone dropped a project about 3 years ago called New Ways. Dope project. And I just think Crazy got a dope style. I just think I just don't think he's evolved. We're busy just he's showing lyrical display as he always had, but he's putting it together better these days. But I think for the longest though, when it was like in their best days, Crazy for sure, without a doubt. He was like innovative with the songs, even with the shit with that the shit he did on Mo Thug shit, sampling that damn, what's the name of that? It was like some 10 o'clock beat that used to come on. I forgot. But
Mm.
anyhow, so the trivia was what's the video game that Bone Thugs and Harmony sampled on the song Eternal and the original version of Crossroads? Which video game, right? So it was a Sega Genesis game, and the video game is Eternal Champions.
What was
Okay.
it?
Eternal Champions.
Eternal Champions.
Eternal Champions.
On what?
Yep. So they used the character
That's
Byron.
funny because the thing is called E.1999 Eternal. They snap.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it, man. Yeah, that'll be it. We I think we did a great job covering and celebration of this classic project. So appreciate everybody for rocking with us. The ones who commented, the ones that reacted, the ones that still viewing. Or you already know, Mono. Hold on a second.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. The songs we talking
What
about
song is?
was Eternal in the original version of Crossroads. The video game, the trivia was, what video game did Bone Thugs and Harmony sample on the song Eternal in the original version of Crossroads? The answer to that was Eternal Champions. Appreciate you, Xavier Buchanan. Orlito, go ahead, Mono, take us home.
Yeah, man. We appreciate everybody that tuned in, everybody that engaged. It was a fun one. Going over Bone Thugs and fucking legendary group and shit. So yeah, if y'all could share the content, like, subscribe. If y'all already did that, appreciate y'all. We'll be here next Thursday, same time, 7 p.m. We're here every Thursday, 7 p.m. So if you hit the subscribe, then you know what I'm saying, when we go on, you won't miss us. It'll just hit you, bam, bing, we're on. You know what I'm saying? So, just a easier way to just kind of keep up with us, I guess, But yeah, we'll be back next Thursday. It's the Great Minds Think Alike on Orlito, that's no. And yeah, we out of here. Peace.